I have a mortgage and I've always been interested in property. It's always been my dream to want to buy an investment property. And I guess it's been a lot of that, that term analysis paralysis. And then I stumbled upon you girls on Facebook about 3 years ago, I think now. And I'd followed a lot of property experts and, it's always been my passion, but something I loved the way you girls operated. And there was something about you that grabbed me, and I've been following you two for a while. So then when you put out earlier this year in January that 5-day challenge, that was like, the point of no return for me. And it was like, that's what got me really excited again. And I did that 5-day challenge, and the rest is history. There was a lot that I didn't know, and I knew there was a lot I needed to learn. And I knew that I could not go into this blindly, and I needed help and some guidance. And I knew in my mind, you were the girls I was going to go to. I knew that 18 months ago. I liked a lot about the property twins because you weren't just, there's a lot of property gurus out there on social media who claim to do this and claim to do that. But I knew from following you for such a long time that you had walked the walk. So you had, not only had you invested yourself so many times, so you had so much experience to share with other people, but both of you had that finance background as well, which was just like a bonus. It was like the property twins, the fact that I can do my finance through you and get some mentoring from you, it was just the complete package. And not just that, it was your story, it was you as people, it was you were real, your intentions to help people were real. And there, trust me, we would know there's a lot of, so-called property experts out there and who have not walked the walk. And that's what just straight away I sensed and picked up on. You were offering to teach us how to do it ourselves. So mentoring us to do it the first time, and then to learn the ropes so then we could go out independently and do it again ourselves. My biggest fear about purchasing an investment property was buying a dud. And I didn't know how to source a good place in a good area. Fears about joining the academy, I actually didn't have any. It was fantastic. I was so excited. It was like, come on, let's go. Go. And I learned so much. For someone who follows property all the time, it was amazing just how much I learned. I learned, how to do the cash flows and how to look for what to look for in a house as an investment, as opposed to someone who's going to live in it. So first of all, what to look for in a house. The things that you would look for in a house as someone who's going to live in it, it's very different to what you're going to look for as an investor. So, we learnt how to do that. And then the next thing was, okay, now let's narrowing down on a suburb. And that was hard, like not hard, but it's like, oh, wow. Like it's like finding a suburb is like finding a needle in a haystack. Because as an investor, your funds are limited. It's different to finding somewhere where you want to live, because you're looking for somewhere where there's great capital growth, or for someone else it might be great positive cash flow, depending on what you're looking for. So that was interesting. It was like eye-opening and it was exciting all at the same time.
What makes me curious is, if you did not have that, where do you think you would be right now?
I would still be in analysis paralysis. Will I, won't I? When am I going to do this? What's a good area? Just not. I'd be quite clueless, to be honest.
Whilst I'm really happy for everyone's success, and based on the people who could actually go and purchase the program, I'll share with you, I calculated it's 83% success rate in terms of buying property. I'm very proud of that. But secretly, I don't want this group to graduate.
Because yeah, I know. Okay, learning how to use a lot of the data and how to work with that, because there was a lot of, and that was one of the things that, going back a year or two, was like, where do I find this information? How do I do this? So there were different tools that we learnt. It was just fantastic. It was information that I did not know how to access and I did not know how to use. It was invaluable. The data was really important because it teaches you, the metrics of how to look for those growth areas. And that's what enabled me to choose what I chose. So, I said there was a bit of emotion in that purchase, but it wasn't just emotion. It was all, looking at the data and knowing it was a good growth area and that was good rental return and it ticked, 99% of the boxes. It lived up to my expectations. I had high expectations. So there was, I guess maybe the comradeship with the members was just lovely. In terms of the delivery of the course and the content of the course, it didn't surprise me because my expectations were high and it met my expectations, and there's no regrets for me. A few friends, and I'm trying to encourage them, you won't regret it. Do this course, you won't regret it. It's the best investment ever. This was exactly what I was looking for. It was like I just needed someone to not hold my hand, but just guide me through and be there for me if I had a question, and to be my mentor. And that's exactly what you girls were. It was genuine, caring, nurturing guidance.
The academy, in my view, is designed to empower our members so they're actually prepared with the pre-work, so when they actually do look at the property, they're able to make the decision quickly and put that offer.
There were two catchphrases that just really sort of pushed home with me, and the one was, I was in this state of analysis paralysis for such a long time, but then the second one was, with clarity comes certainty, and that was like, absolutely, I need to get really explicitly clear on what I want.
Yeah.
And the course helped me to do that. I'm a massive believer in, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, but by the same token, you actually have to take action to make it happen. Like you've got to be in it to win it, kind of thing. I'm really excited. It's a beautiful house. It's in a beautiful area. It's I still can't believe it. I'm still, I'm in shock that I've bought
You did it.
investment. Yeah, I did it. I was just like, I still am in shock. It's still very exciting. And I just had the right people around me. Thank you to you girls. And looking for that someone to guide me, and here I am 12 years down the track, and it's done it. It is such an empowering position to be in, from where I've come from. And I guess that's why I gravitated to you two as well, because knowing your history and where you two girls have come from, and to see where you have succeeded and taken it, I thought, wow, these girls are I look up to you because of what you've achieved. And you've come from nowhere as well, and I'm saying that in the nicest possible way, not a derogatory way. You've worked your butts off and you've achieved what you've achieved. And, you're such great role models.
Thank you so much, Gisele. I guess what I want to say is, when the why is big enough, the how is easy. And I know, you've been through a very tough road, and as have we in our own journey. But, the whys were big enough to make it happen.
Exactly, like I was saying, I feel like I'm where I wanted to be. I've reached that goal. I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. I'm in a position where I feel like, wow, I did it. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's what I used to look at you girls and go, wow, they've done it. They've come to a new country and they've still done it, and they've done it bloody well. I want to be like that. I want to achieve this, and I know I can achieve it. I just need the right tools around me. So now, I've got 2 properties, and I know that, we've done all the cash flow. So I know that this is not going to be a difficult task. And that term due diligence, I used to hear it all the time. You've got to do your due diligence. And I knew it meant, you've got to do your research, but it was like, how do I do my due diligence? How do I do that? I can't necessarily rely on real estate agents for information because they're just making a sale. It's like, I need someone I can trust. I need someone I can know who's done this before, who's got the financial experience as well, who knows how to do this, and someone that I know you can trust, because there's a lot of sharks out there. And I've said this a million times before with you and Sana. It's just like, it was like, you girls, you were it. I followed you and I went, you know what, they're the real deal. These are two people who have worked hard, who know what they're doing. They've walked this walk. They're not just selling a product. That they actually genuinely want to help people because they've been in this position. And that's when I went, yeah, I know exactly who is going to help me on this journey. You know, if they pick me to do this, be in this group. I just, what I've learned is just mind blowing. You need to do this. You need to do it. This kind of sums everything up. There's no information in this course that is not needed. There's no information in this course that's going to waste your time. Everything in this course that you will learn will enable you to make this happen and make it happen quickly. I would recommend this course to anybody who is wanting to make that next step, because it's the best investment, honestly. It really is. It really is the best investment. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, girls. Like, that, I know I keep coming back to it, but when, you started saying, back in January, we're looking for, motivated people, it was just like, oh, yes, this is, just if you, and I think also with the property twins, the fact that you have not just got that experience and that background, but you've got the mortgage broking experience as well as the buyer's agent's experience and your real estate agent's experience and your personal experience. It's like, you've got everything in a nutshell at your service to assist you on this journey. Yeah. And that's what I mean when I was saying there's so many property gurus out there who claim to have all this, experience, but they really don't have the credentials to back them up. And you girls did. And it was for me, it was a no-brainer. You had the experience, you had the qualifications, you had, everything that you need to be able to offer this experience for people. And it's legitimate, it's genuine, it was nurturing, it was caring, it was the intention behind what you are offering stood out to me. It was glaringly obvious that you were providing a service and a product that genuinely would help people rather than just making a sale. The only thing I would advise that I wish I had done earlier, and I would advise to anyone else, do it as soon as you can. Do it as soon as you can, because if you start young and you start early, you can get in and get a few more investment properties.
Yeah, it's many hours of effort, I guess, on our part, but it's really rewarding for us to see when our clients are able to achieve their goals. It makes us just so happy and so proud that it's actually having an generational impact it's going to have on so many people's lives.
That's exactly right.
And legacy that there will be over years to come or decades to come.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying before. You can see that care factor is there. I can see that, and I've seen that from the very beginning with you girls. So thank you.
Yeah. Just so proud of you. Just so proud of what you've achieved and what you've done. Thank you, Gisele, for trusting us.
Thank you so much, honestly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Gratitude is endless.
Oh, thank you.
Our pleasure.